And then at like ICE detention facilities recently, I just listened to a story today about how they're feeding, people that are being illegally detained, most likely, actual worms, moldy food, milk that's like chunky, meaning it's gone bad. They're telling them, eat it or starve, I guess. But that's the right wing. They have expanded the surveillance state. They have expanded the police state. They're just violating our constitutional rights. They're acting like our rights don't exist anymore. They're calling anyone who disagrees with them or invokes their constitutional rights, protesting, standing up for their neighbors. Like the real patriots were like our people out in Minnesota that were occupied by these paramilitary, untrained or sort of trained against actual standards and law. Like they were given a memo that they weren't allowed to hold on to. Excuse me. Sorry, I had to get my dog. So the memo that they're shown, but they're not allowed to keep, says that they can just use what's called an administrative warrant that another ICE agent basically writes or signs, which is not in accordance with the law. And the right wing online will repeat that constantly as if it's true, but it's not true. You need a judicial warrant. You need a warrant signed by a judge to detain someone. That means that like they've been through a legal process already. Like whether that's like a final removal order, or talk to a lawyer about this stuff. But a lot of people are playing internet lawyer because they just like the narrative that like they're basically trying to hide from accepting that they are Nazis and fascists by supporting what ICE and CBP and these other agents are doing. They like to pretend that it's legal, and it's not. Like the courts have declared that 90% of detentions from ICE were illegal. And they're like, the court's order was like, you guys have to train these people. The problem is the courts are still taking it on good faith about what's happening here. It's not that they haven't been trained. They've been trained against what the law is. Like, it's in bad faith. Like, I'm sure it's difficult to operate as a judge. Like, I'm sure they probably have a hard time getting in the headspace that the fact of the matter is, it can happen here because it's been happening here. Fascism has been, like, elements of fascism have been with us for a very long time in this country. The reality is at different phases, like, it looks a little bit different. Like, fascism is something that people struggle with, but basically, you have like a dictator, an oppressive dictator in charge of the state. Simple terms. I borrowed that from